knitted flowers and sort of weird experimental little pieces of textile that have been made from workshops over the past month, taking everybody's little piece and putting it together to create one big project. It's kind of sharing skills and sharing forgotten skills and sort of linking into the tradition of this site and the textile industries and the textile mills that once sort of thrived in this area, sort of fitting to place something contemporary on the site and sort of build something that's flourishing and changing and can be added to, and that is a contribution from the local community. It's quite fitting for the event.
Yeah, and so what kind of communities have you had involved in your workshops?
Well, complete mixture really. I've run a series of workshops in a local cafe, artisan cafe in the town centre, where anybody has been able to come along and take part. It didn't matter if people had never knitted or crocheted before, they could just sort of start to learn and make something. And then also I've been visiting different established knitting groups in Burnley and sort of talking to them about the project and getting them involved.
Tell me about how you found out about the activity and the event today.
Yeah, sure. I picked up a leaflet in the Red Triangle Cafe, so I thought it'd be a nice way to kickstart the holidays.
Do you know that this was part of a larger event that's happening across the summer?
Been on the website today, so yeah, I've just got details of that. Basically, with 4 children, we go to anything that's free.
Okay, just about the event so far then.
So far, well, the children are having really good fun at the moment, and it's keeping them occupied. So.
Yeah, great.
Anything like this has got to be positive for Burnley, because it opens up that it is a nice space, and that there are nice spaces and nice people.
Yeah,
not been
area
up here
before.
yet, no. In fact, we Google mapped it, and we're trying to work out where it were from the position of the chimneys.
Oh yeah.
Just very interesting, and you get to see a lot of stuff.
I seem to find out about the event from about 4 different people who all mentioned it to me, and also on the Facebook page and the Twitter page.
Great.
And then thought we'd come along and check it out. Love the band, especially that you can hear there, and they really fill up the space in quite a really bright way. So I'm liking the kind of sculpture things there as well. And Rachel as well, who's been doing all the crocheting and knitting with people in Burnley. It's been nice to see how all that's come together and see it as a finished piece. So yeah, our place has been animated by people in different ways.
Yeah.
And just it's free, so I like that as well. It's something nice to do on a Friday afternoon. I don't know about too many more of the events that are taking place in Burnley, but if I hear about other things and I'm free at the time, yeah, I'd like to come on to more stuff. I think it's kind of good to do stuff that people aren't expecting. Community projects like this that appeal to kind of different ages and different types of people. It's just kind of good morale.
Yeah. Local cafe called the Red Triangle, which were advertising these. So we read about it, and we live just up the road, so we decided to come and see what it was about.
It's really fun. I'm a big fan of the art installation. It's so nice to see something so bright.
Yeah.
Not anything here anyway, since they've demolished the mills that were here. No, this is the first one we've been to. But it's nice to have something close to where we live. Which is good. I think it's a nice atmosphere. It's nice to have different activities for the children and the music and the drinks and things.
I've just moved to Burnley recently, beginning of this year, so it's nice to see a different side of it. To see the fun, lively, artistic side. It's really good for the community because there's quite a few people out now. Everyone's just sitting around and enjoying each other's company. So
Brings people together that might not necessarily know each other, but we come into a common space to just enjoy the activities.
Sonnet for Sandygate. As I walk again to Sandygate Square, I look back on the town I've known so well. The scent of elderflower fills the warm air. I can hear one chime of St. Peter's bell. I feel the echo of the weaver's feet. I taste soot and sulphur on the breeze. From Slater Terrace to Trafalgar Street, worn people scarred by hardship and disease.
I go to a writing group on a Monday called the Pen and Ink, and I saw it and I thought, oh, this looks an interesting stimulating exercise, so I'll go on it. I found it very, what's the word I'm looking for? Inspiring to write other things. I'm more interested in writing dialogue, and other things came from the exercise we were given to write, so I found it inspirational. I just wanted to hear what I'd written, performed, and see what it felt, to see what it sounded like, to give me an idea about it. It wasn't the greatest location for writing in, actually. It was a bit cramped. I'm sure they could find a better venue. Only real criticism that it was the brief was too narrow, and that it had to be Sandygate, and Sandygate is an extremely small area of Burnley. Why they couldn't encompass more of Burnley, I don't know. That puzzled me throughout. I think it's one of these things that the more you put into it, the more you get out. People who came on the walk, for example, would get something out of it. If you just read about it in the paper and don't take part or don't follow up on it, then it's not going to have a lot of effect on that at all.
I think what I enjoyed about it was the fact that people had taken some effort to jot down things that they knew about this area. But I think what impressed me more than anything, I'd never walked this part. I've been on a barge from here, and I think walking down there, all of a sudden, I remembered that my grandma on my mother's side had talked about walking on the canal. I've always been interested in anything local and anything historic, so I think that's what grabbed me first of all, and then the sheer fact that it's very nice to be able to do a walk with a group if you're in a wheelchair.
Started off in the centre of Burnley, playing some tunes, playing some music, inviting young people who came along to plug in their iPods and play their selections of music. I played a CD which was for the flash mob performance, so that suddenly, spontaneously happened. And we took a walk from the centre of from the precinct in the centre of town up to the canal, and then we walked as a big group along the canal towpath with the bone bike just about fitting under some of the canal bridges, narrow path. And then we came up to this place here.
So I kind of tried to draw in all the elements that this area's had over time into a very contemporary setting as we've got now. We've done amazing things with this, what used to be a derelict area. And yeah, just bringing a bit of colour into the space really. Really positive so far. We've set up sort of a free doodle area, so the young people all got a triangle canvas each, and they've been sort of doing whatever they wanted to, sort of freedom of expression. So some of the stuff that's come out of it has been a bit strange, but you know, bringing people together that don't usually explore the spaces and places that Burnley has to offer could only be a good thing. I mean, especially when it's in an area that was so vitally important to the town and has kind of over the years not become that as important. The attitude toward this space that I've noticed today has been really, really positive and really encouraging.
Really good. We've had music coming out of here, writing raps, we did a bit of beat making yesterday, hopefully going to try and perform something on Monday. Kids a direction of other things what are not so boring. No, rather than thinking the only way to be good is to kind of go to school and go to work. Whereas there's a lot of creative industries where you can just sort of have a good time.
And here it's a fantastic atmosphere. It's like it's a sunny day, nice bit of grass, nice area, under canvas. People doing creative things, making paintings, dancing, creating music, chilling out with their friends, talking, and it's a really nice day.
Something where we could all like take part in an activity and then show it to the rest of the people what we've been doing.
It's because you don't really see that type of thing here. It's like, you see it in the news like sometimes in like London or Manchester, in big places, but sometimes a place as small as Burnley, even the biggest things can happen.
It was fun. It's something to do.
It's enjoyable, you know, knowing that you can be part of something big. knowing that you can help people. So it's not really something that you see every day, I guess. Because there could be people that might just walk past.
It's good, but there should be more people. It's a bit empty.
And how would you want to try and get more people?
Facebook and like leaflets around the town, getting involved instead of watching.
Yeah, my favourite was doing the tune and the same, watching all the PT artists.
We was walking through town and a guy was going around on this bicycle and there's some big blasting songs out.
Working with MC skills
Taught us new things. It stops us from getting into trouble, we have more fun and everything like
Our story starts on a damp and dreary school history trip to a graveyard in Burnley. Marbles? We don't play marbles. In 2011 you sit on your own on Facebook or Xbox. Come on old man, you've had your break, now move!
Well, my daughter's in the choir to school, and we just got a letter this week to say that she was going to be singing here. It's really good. Yeah, I think it was nice that they had the older generation with the younger generation, and then the teenagers as well.
Yeah.
Teenagers, what they were saying. Obviously, that's their thoughts about Burnley, isn't it? Which I'm quite amazed with, really. Yeah. I'm quite amazed that they actually thought like that. Could do with more events like this, really. Yeah. You know, do more leaflets. Especially around like children's centres or I don't know what else, community centres. If we got more leaflets, I didn't know it were going to be on except for the school. Right. So I think if more people knew about it, there would have been more people in.
I was one of the actors in 3 of the scenes. Just an opportunity to do something really, a new experience, a good use of space for the performance, or maybe more performances.
I thought that it was an event that was great for the kids to be involved in, for them to learn about the history of Burnley, and I think they'll probably look at the factories and the factory chimneys and things now that they've done this project in school with a little bit more understanding of the history of the town. Well, I think the area is very evocative of an earlier age. I think it still retains the character of an earlier age, and so it's a good place to do an event like this.